Hey, what's up everybody? My name's King Z. Welcome back to the Empire. If this is your first time here, welcome in. I hope you enjoy your stay. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you do, make sure to check out the rest of my channel and consider subscribing. So just off the last episode, we built all of these cranes, dug out this entire trench here, or the quarry, and did a little bit of detailing, and that's what I want to start doing here right off the bat in today's episode. I want to do a fairly big time lapse of me detailing this area. So I'm going to go into a stream. I'm going to see how much I can get done in like 2 to 3 hours, maybe more. We'll see how it goes. And hopefully when we come back, this thing will be looking immaculate. So I'll see you guys right after this time lapse. All right, I got a bit of decorating done. Not as much as I really wanted to get done because I'm not really sure how to fill out this section down here. And also I might want to change a few carts. I don't really like that cart design, especially since I added this cart over here, which is actually not my design. This is a design by Go4, an awesome content creator here on YouTube and on Twitch. Make sure to go check him out. Me and him have a special secret mega project going on. So if you guys stay tuned on this channel and on his channel, you might be able to catch it here pretty soon. But we are working on a mega build that should be debuting here in the near future. But this cart design is his, and it's a super cool scale to size for Minecraft kind of build, and it's really awesome. Much better than that cart design. I think I really want to rework this one bad. But other than that, I've actually added a lot of foliage around here. I added some palm trees, which I'm still kind of working on. I want to add maybe some jungle wood in there to kind of spice it up a little bit. Added some loads on the crane. I got this massive load of sandstone here. I got to figure out a way to make it look like we're actually mining it out, so that's kind of my idea for the decorations down here. I got another load over there. This is like the little mini load of tools and goods and all that stuff that's going to be dropped in here for the workers. I left that crane open because I don't need all of them to have loads on them, I don't think. Plus, it's kind of an awkward position for a load to be just hanging over the walkway there. And then there's the giant load of goods that's right there. I don't really know what's going to be in it, but I did a decent job, I think, on these loads here. This one took me a little bit of time. I added some rails to here to hold it down, some ladders there on the sides to hold it down as well. Got the grindstone, the chains. This one is a little bit more difficult to do, so I just did a bunch of slabs and trap doors and some fence gates here. I also kind of made this bridge a little bit diagonal, have a little bit of sag in it. I do want to mess with it a little bit more, maybe add some decorations kind of similar to how we we have over there and on the walkways and stuff like that. You can see the big load, just a bunch of storage blocks here. Again, I did the tie downs with the rails on these two sides here, one on this side, and then I did the straps on the side with ladders as well. And I ended up finishing up this little walkway here that's going to lead up to our little quarry village here. I decorated it how I really want to decorate that bridge over there as well. And then I worked on finishing up the elevator, which I think came out pretty good for the most part. I like the bars. I like how the platform sits. I like the chains coming up. I'm kind of like these. I'm not sure if I want to make just one big one, but I do like the look of having two. The only thing I'm not really too happy with was this design here. This design might change in a couple episodes, but we'll see. What do you guys think of this thing? It's supposed to be like the mechanism for lifting and lowering our elevator. Maybe I need to put something down here, like another one of these guys, and like a little lever sticking out for them to like crank on or something. I don't know. But that's kind of the decoration for this area. I still want to add more foliage. Like I said, a few more trees here and there. I'll definitely add some trees up here in the desert village, which is what I want to work on next. I'm going to start planning out how the desert village is going to look. So I'm going to lay out a little bit of a foundation of how this desert quarry village is going to look. I'll probably try to fill up most of this area, to be honest, just to make it look like we've actually done something here. And then we'll work on the dock and stuff like that. Maybe this episode, maybe next episode. I'm not really sure how much time I have for this episode, but I do want to add another one of these medium-sized cranes over here, maybe loading up a ship with some sandstone or something like that. And then obviously we'll have to work on the river at some point, but I'm going to go ahead and start planning out this desert village and see how far I get. So I'll see you guys in just a little bit. Okay, so I planned out our little village here, and it started out planning it. It was a little bit small, and then I planned a little more, and maybe I planned a little too much. I don't know. It's getting a little big, and I was also planning on getting rid of this massive crater here, but I think I kind of want to incorporate some of this into like the lore of the area. I'm not totally sure though, so I might just get rid of all that stone that I placed there and incorporate like a giant sinkhole there or something like that. I do later on, once we develop this place a little bit more, I want to actually make like a little hillside here to kind of cover up this green area here. I don't want to have that visible over here. It kind of ruins the immersion of this being a giant desert, but I can do that another episode or sometime off camera or something like on a stream or something like that. If you guys want to see it though, just make sure to leave it down in the comments. You want to see everything down here, I can do that as well. But yeah, I dotted some buildings around here. No real ideas of what these buildings are going to be just yet, but I do have plans for this area over here. So I think I'm going to tear out most of this section here, and I want to put a place of worship. I believe I want to start adding some more lore into this world, and I think a cathedral, a church, a place of worship would be a good thing to add over here, being that they're kind of a distance from the main desert city. We can put a huge grand worship place in that city, but for over here I want a little smaller area as a place of worship, and also it can kind of be these two, this tower and this place of worship can be our biggest builds in this area, and all these other little small huts and things like that will be kind of dotted around the area. I plan out the roadways and just try to make some cool looking build shapes here. I'm not sure if any of them are going to stay or if I might split up a few larger buildings like this one here. This one might be like a warehouse possibly though. That could be a good spot for us to store things. And I also wanted to change some levels here, so I think I'm going to have this one be semi-tall. I'm not totally sure that was a good idea to have it here though, to be honest. I might push it back this way, maybe push the road back. I didn't even think about this crane moving things over here, but I wanted to have some level change. I guess not everything needs to make sense, to be honest. This is a Minecraft world, not a real world, but I want to have some level change. So I'm gonna have this one, this building here, maybe kind of connect to this one with a bit of a overhang or a bit of an arch. This building I just want on a higher level. I might change a few of the heights of these areas here, maybe not. Like I said, I want to incorporate that giant sinkhole over here, so maybe we can do like a little fenced off area, maybe some houses behind there. But I think this is a good little layout for a village. This is pretty big, but not too crazy. We're probably not going to get it finished in this episode, but I could probably get the base layer of like the builds down. So I could place the walls and maybe a few roofs because they're going to be very, very similar to our builds over here. So these guys are kind of the build style we're going for. I might change it up a little bit, but I like this little hut design. I maybe should have looked at this house and seen the dimensions on here because we got 1, 2, 5. So we got 9 by 6. It's not too bad. Some of those are kind of close to that. This one's a much larger house, but like I said, it's probably going to be another storage area over there somewhere. But I'm going to go ahead and get started on building this thing and see how this village looks when it's kind of built out a little bit. So enjoy this time lapse. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that little time lapse. I built up the main part of the structure for most of these builds, and then I went ahead and tried to detail out a little bit of what I think these homes are going to look like. This one is a little bit bigger. I did want to do like a 2-story and a 1-story just to kind of see how they're going to look. I do like the style. I still want to maybe go back over there and check out breaking down some of these things. So I'm going to add a little bit more detail, like some of the stones coming down, probably add full interiors to these things because right now they do not have interiors at all, minus the main structural portions of the build. I did add a little deck to this one, and I also added a little back deck to this one back here. It came out all right. I think maybe I might want to change the design in the future, but it does have, I can just pop up here. I use the campfires for this up here, and I love the way the wood looks up here, but I hate little dark portions of like the used fire. I might go through and mess with that texture because otherwise I had to put these down here to make it look a little bit better. But I think if I could get rid of this little section here, it would make the build look a heck of a lot better. And I wouldn't have to use this little corner piece to kind of hide the fact that we're using trap doors basically. But these little houses came out nice. I did end up going with a little interior floor. For the roof sections, I'm using spruce, and I think I might want to bring some more spruce in here. So I have these beams going across in birch that you'll see throughout these builds. Same thing over here. I have the birch beams going across. Obviously these ones are just for decoration, but I do have some beams coming through the house in the exact same spots that they would be coming outside the house. And then on top here, I've added some spruce, but I think for some of these other houses, I might mix up some of the beams. I might use like some spruce wood, maybe some oak wood, kind of mix up some of the colors of the wood just to give it a little bit different texture. Obviously we'll be making the pathways in here look a little bit more dirty. I might add some dirt into the pathways up here and also maybe in there as well. I think that's a little bit too bland. I might want to add some dirt in there just to make things contrast a little bit more, add a little bit more character to the area. I'll be adding like little small farms around here, little workplaces. I think this might be like a little work shed I might add on here possibly. But yeah, I just want to get a basic foundation of what these homes are going to look like so I can run through and just knock out all of the main detail bits, like adding the texture to the walls like I did, and then also adding the beams and all the wood portions. And like I said, I'll be mixing up a lot of the wood here hopefully to make things look a little bit better. And then I'll be adding little boxes and stuff like that. All the little detail bits we'll probably do either off camera or I can do next episode. But I'm gonna go ahead and get started on trying to get as much of this done as possible. I'm not gonna say that I'm gonna get it all done this episode, but we'll at least get a few of these other houses done and see how it looks and see how we like it. right, a whole lot of work done later, and we are here. We have basically nothing done. Just kidding. We have a bunch of stuff done. I did all the exteriors for these houses here, and then I still have all those houses on that side. So basically from right here, I did, and over there, I still have left to do. I think there's around 30 houses, maybe a little bit more in this area, which is kind of cool, but that's a lot of work we're gonna have to do. I'm planning on doing most of the interiors. I'm definitely gonna be decorating all of the streets and all that stuff. So I've added like these little levels here, as you can see. Just lead around this house. It's like a little split level house, which is kind of cool. None of the interiors are done, minus like these little ceiling bits and some of the floors. This one's got a little awning on top, which I kind of like. I'm not totally sure. It looks way better in shaders. And then another little thing I added was these retaining walls. Shout out to Blonde Skunk for these ones. He used these in the afterlife, and that's kind of where I pick them up. But I've added the retaining walls to kind of hold the sand back, because I feel like the sand would be here sloping pretty bad otherwise. So retaining walls make sense. And then the pathways leading around here, I'm going to add some more stuff like this for gardening areas and just little flower boxes and stuff like that. But this leaves us a lot of space over here with this retaining wall, because this thing wraps all the way around here. So as you come up here, there's another retaining wall back there, and it wraps all the way around, as you can see. So like this little spot down here is its own little area. So I'm thinking about putting like a little market area down here. I think it'd be kind of cool. And it leads on into this road. There's a few houses here, like this house here, this house here, and this house here, all have balconies facing the exact same way. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to make them differ a little bit. Maybe I'll just get rid of the balcony on this one. Seeing as how I've been living out of this house, this is kind of where I've been staying. Kind of a weird little funky house. It's kind of like a cool little shape, but I've been living in here. See, there's a second story that I don't use, some windows that I haven't fully placed any detail bits on, but this balcony is also a weird little shape. So maybe adding a second story on here would be kind of nice. I could switch this one around to face this way, and then this I could leave totally the same. But yeah, most of the houses are done for the exterior. I still got to go through, like I said, add all the interior bits. But my main plan for next episode is to finish out detailing all the exterior bits over here. Okay, that bunny scared me. I don't know if you guys could hear it. I thought it was a little zombie running around. But yeah, I want to get all the exteriors done for these houses and these buildings, and then I want to get the pathways done. The pathways over here, I think I want to make it a little bit more muddy. I'm going to add some water areas over here, like we kind of did over there. You'll see that area over there. Oh, and I'm pretty sure I've showed you guys this. I'm gonna start getting back on the Minecraft grind for you guys, so hopefully we can start doing a lot more episodes in this series. But yeah, there's even more houses over here, I think, and then there's also a lot of level splits, so there's gonna be a lot of retaining walls, a lot of staircases, a lot of cool things to come. But so far, I'm pretty happy with this area. There is some life starting to be pumped into here because of all the retaining walls and like the cool little areas like this here. I want to do something similar to that, like over here. So we're gonna have like a little seating area around here possibly. I'm just trying to make it feel like pretty lived in is what I want to do. But so far, I'm happy with the work that's being done. But I think I'm gonna have to call it the episode here, guys. So if you stuck around for the whole episode, I really do appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Remember, if you're brand new or haven't already subscribed, please consider doing so. Remember to leave a like, leave a comment, and I'll see you all next time here in KingZee's Empire.